Alright, so I'm just doing not one quick thing, three quick things, and we shall get going. Alright. We are good for now. Cool. Yeah, the Rantis was in PCG, that's fine. So, I'm going to prep something real quick. So, we're trying to do our three. Hopefully, one of them shines today, which would be fantastic. And I have on the screen what the shinies would look like. So if anyone has any questions, they can see the differences. It goes to what Um, Fimmers was saying yesterday. How am I going to tell about Gastrodon? I won't. I'm going to have to rely on the shiny sparkles, but the other two are fairly easy to see from the eye test. And if we hear any other sparkles, like we fly over so many Pokemon, there's a chance that it would be shiny and it could be alpha. So we're gonna go for a good little bit today, maybe about 3 hours ish. Kristen is asleep now, so I can kind of just do her thing. No rush. Dinner has been decided. Like, I don't have to rush or anything like that. No, I do need to get comfy, though. I love and hate my desk. My desk isn't center justified in terms of where I think the seating would go. It's like super on the left here, or on the right here. So it isn't the most convenient at times. We're going to grab this satchel. Hopefully Natasha got some good stuff back. If any of the boxes are sparkling, I will definitely go and break them to get the premium items from the sparkling. I'll be back. So we're just gonna unfortunately just keep on doing these resets. Got some lemonade here. Another set of another little set that I really wanted to try to go after, but I wanted to get this done first, is the glide that you do that does the Rhyperior Alpha, the Gliscor Alpha, and the Probopass Alpha. That's a fun little one. Oh, you can also do the Luxray, the Bite as well. I kind of figured out yesterday I was flying a little too high at points. So like the stuff in the water we couldn't really see all the time. And it means if we're too high, we trigger the sound effects and stuff. Hey Vim, how we doing, buddy? We just started. I didn't really do much off stream. I actually was playing on the other Switch, the Perfect file, the one that we were doing the Perfect, about to do there. Nice. The one we were doing the Perfect quest on, and I finished Combi this morning, and I got about halfway through Vespiquen. The thing with Vespiquen, I need to research which trees could Vespiquen be popping out of, because you need 5 Vespiquens to pop out of trees. But I've been doing that off stream. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small back seat to the living decks right now. And I say that it'll probably be for about like a week or two, and focus on perfecting more of that file. So whenever I want to do shiny hunts and stuff like that, I have a better. Because I could do this one, but it's just one of those like the other one I think is just has some of the harder ones done, believe it or not. And I don't want to redo like burning and stuff on this game. I'll be honest. There's some really hard hunts we've already done on the other file, like all the legends and stuff, that I'd rather not do again. Yeah, like the perfect file has some harder ones already done. The other file, this file actually has some somewhat hard ones done, but I can do them. And I say hard, like I got the fossils done on this one, but I am going to take the lazy way out on some of the catch. Because as long as you bring them into the game, it counts as a catch. So I'm gonna play around with how home can manipulate some item or some of the targets, just so I can work on the decks away from stream. Like I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not gonna be afraid of using home to my advantage now. So I'll do that off stream, kind of relax, decompress from shiny hunting for about a week or two, like the living decks, because I've been doing it I've been just kind of grinding, kind of got burnt out. I did get a shiny Lulu before on the way to church, like in the church parking lot. I got out of the car and just turned it on. So I got a shiny Lulu and go today, which was fun. Obviously, I had Lulu in the decks already, so it's not like that's a new entry for the living decks. But it was, I saw the shiny decks in Go for the first time. So that was my first shiny in Go since they updated the Pokedex stuff. Yeah, Kristen got mad at me. She started yelling at me. Not yelling, but she made smart comments in the church parking lot. Yeah, as she does, yeah. So, I got the short, so. Oh shit. Give me 1 second. I just looked up on my wall and one of the frames is like half roasted. The picture frame broke. I have to reglue it. So. I'll lay it there. Let Kristen know. Yeah, I look up and it's like hanging. I'm like, oh my, that's not supposed to be like that. I'm glad I noticed before it fell and I broke the glass in my office. I mean, it's a corner, like the two parts where the wood is meeting came out and it looked like it was glued before, so we'll probably have to put stronger wood glue there. Or we just have to reframe it. I'll see what Kristen wants to do. It's the signed picture. It's the signed whole bunch of signatures from Orlando City's team from last year. Yeah, maybe. Well, they didn't really have a lot of turnover on the roster, so. And the signatures we didn't get, we're not going to get now, which is, it is what it is. Like, we didn't get Facundo Torres's, which we will never get at this point. We could still get Pedro's. Because we still have like 2 jerseys with a whole bunch of signatures that we haven't framed yet either. So. Don't mind me. Yeah, I just like casually just fly right above his head. But he doesn't ever see me. Like, he never reacts to it. Gastrodon just does not care. Hello. How we doing? I have a couple of touring car drivers. I mean, getting autographs, I think, is a. That's downloading games on first PC that I bought myself yesterday. Nice. Always a good feeling on your first like big purchase. And getting autographs is like a big, kind of just an American thing, I guess. So we're just doing this reset here with the Coastlands for Alpha Week, or Shiny Alpha Week. We are doing Ninetales, Gastrodon, and Empoleon, the Sag Alphas here in this area. Just trying to get away from. Oh my gosh, so many things that can see me. I'm just trying to be able to fast travel back. Here we go. Most of the time, they're not that aggressive. Most of the time, I can sit on the beach and check like 1 or 2 things, and then be able to fast travel out. But I got so many things on me, and then wanted to yell at me. So we have 3 targets right next to me on the overlay here. Like I said, it's Shiny Alpha Ninetales, Shiny Alpha Gastrodon, and then the Shiny Alpha Empoleon. pretty much a straight shot from one another. I know there's other static alphas on Coastlands, but I'm just doing the reset for those three. Just have to power through the weather here. We're definitely kind of just chilling today. Nothing crazy. All three of these entries are perfected entries with a shiny charm, so we have the best possible odds. That does not involve a outbreak of any form. I'm not doing permutations because I'm just not a fan of the permutation method. It's too much tracking for me. To be quite honest, I'm not really much of a fan of resets in general, but shiny alphas are fun. Static shiny alphas are fun to hunt too. Yesterday we didn't get a single shiny at all in this go around, in terms of like anything shiny, which is a little weird, especially because of how Legends Arceus makes it feel like shinies are everywhere. We'll be fine today. I like trying to have the Celio and the Walrein spawn in because there's a chance they could be alpha as well, on top of being shiny. So I always try to get the 4 of those to spawn in. Alright. There we go. Do I need to get Alpha Makins? Nah. If I don't get a shiny this week, I'm not going to be the most upset. This is definitely just give me a small break from Dynamax Adventures and Foster resets we were doing. Like, next weekend we'll come back to that for sure. Since we're over here checking outbreaks, we might as well check the one that's over here. Because if an alpha spawns in those first 4, awesome. I'm not going to go through the outbreaks. But if there's an alpha that's shiny in the first 4, we'll take it. Now, I want to do this today and tomorrow as part of stream. And then next week we'll go back to Buzzwole Dynamax Adventures and Galarian Fossil resets. And then after that, I honestly don't know what we'd be doing next that isn't just really worth the point of we have to do Fiona eggs, but I can't do anything else if I do Fiona eggs. Or we do, I just do different forms of resets, really. Like the next one numerically is Regigigas, if I'm not mistaken. So, I can set up a Regigigas hunt after we get Buzzwole. Do 100 eggs. Next hunt reset. Switch between the two. I only have one egg left. That's the problem. The only egg hunt I have left is Fiona. That's it. Everything else is not egg based. Like, I'm really at the nitty-gritty right now. Because I'm not going to do Fuecoco. Like, I'll be... Yeah, we're in the endgame. No, we are for sure hard in the endgame. I could do Fuecoco, but with Community Day coming up in 3 weeks' time, I don't think there's a need for me to set up a Fuecoco hunt. I'll just go out and enjoy Pokemon Go like I do during Community Days. Most Community Days. I didn't do the Care last one. Ah, crap. One too many A presses. Hello, Felix. How are we doing today? Shiny Alpha Hunt. Try and get a shiny Alpha in the Coastlands. That's the goal, at least today. Hopefully you're enjoying a good weekend. There's a shiny somewhere. Who's shiny? Same stuff every day. I hear you on that. There it is. Alright, we're just gonna fight you. Screw it. I do need a shiny Overqwil, so... Definitely not worried about the damage these things are giving me. Alright, let's focus on this guy. I heard a noise and I realized it wasn't me. I double checked it was if it was you trolling first. Got the shiny. Shiny Quillfish. Shiny Hisuian Quillfish. We do need Overquill. So that might get turned into an Overquill later. But not a Alpha. So still no shiny Alphas for the week. There is a... What's my favorite Pokemon? Trevenant. I do have a Trevenant plush in my little mountain of plushies. And I say my mountain, it's really my wife's mountain. Almost all those, except for one, which is the Trevenant, is hers. Now, Trevenant's my favorite Pokemon. Yours is Pikachu? Nice. So that's also part of the reason why I'm going to be flying a little closer to the water today. Yesterday I was just trying to fly and just hit 3. I think we're just going to try to fly over and try to get so many different checks as possible. Because there is an Alpha Overquill over here, or Quillfish over here, that we've been kinda doing, but kinda not. Yeah, I kinda saw you being mad at me. Probably be easiest for me to fly over here.
Pikachu, Pikachu.
So we're just kind of doing these resets. I could add the Quillfish, because I kind of knew it was there, but I didn't necessarily care it was there. If that makes sense. I can add the Quillfish to the overlay, since we are flying over it and checking by it every flyover now. But that just shows, like, there's 4 static alphas so close to each other in the Coastlands. So like, you just do this whole flight, you're checking 4 alpha checks every time. And that's static alphas. That's not counting any randomly spawn alphas from the Pokemon that spawn. These Pokemon that spawn, I think, have like a 1 to 3% chance of becoming alpha themselves. See, like, that alpha watering doesn't always spawn there. I'll take any alpha shiny. Obviously, we have our targets. But I'll take any of them. Anything that spawns as an alpha that can be shiny, that'll be cool. Alright, this one we don't have to actually do any outbreak checks, because I'm not going to go out of my way to check for outbreaks. Because there's 2 spawn points, or technically 3, we check on as we fly over. Do I just play Pokemon? Yeah, I pretty much only stream Pokemon and play. I play a lot of Pokemon games. A lot of Pokemon games. Normally, I'm normally shiny hunting for my living decks. All these entries I already got on my living decks. But this week, starting at last Friday, so just 2 days ago, and going through to Thursday, is Shiny Alpha Week, hosted by Little Miss L. And I thought it was a really good opportunity for me to go back into Legends Arceus, a game that I absolutely love playing, and just shining on some Pokemon. Not focus on that living dex for a week or two, kind of deeper, kind of take a fresh breath of air from that. Any other FPS games? I mean, I love Final Fantasy X. It's one of my favorite games of all time. COD, oh no, I'm awful at first-person shooters. Absolutely awful at first-person shooters. I did enjoy Destiny 2 more specifically, but I don't have a PlayStation, so and my computer can't handle Steam games. Now, I have a lot of friends who do enjoy COD. I played COD when I was in college. Mostly just played on my buddy's Xbox. I don't do first-person shooters. I enjoy my Pokemon. I enjoy my JRPGs. I really just enjoy Final Fantasy X. Even though a certain someone in chat has told me I need to play 9. Hold on one second, I'll be right back, guys. I thought I heard my wife, and I was right. I did hear my wife. She went into the room next to me to grab a comforter because she's cold. Even though we're in the one part of the United States that doesn't have snow right now, we're about to get that cold front that's hit through majority of the country like this afternoon. Like the temperature's going to drop this evening. So, it's gonna be fun. Really, I'm just gonna go on a nice walk tomorrow morning in the cool temperatures. And then stream during the late morning, early afternoon. Yeah, I have emotes. They're not anything too fancy, but I have them. But case at 2 degrees. I honestly, I would have said screw it, bought myself in the case. Oh, that's shiny. They're sparkling, which means I'll loot that box. I pay your treasure, so I don't have. Oh, you have earbuds. That's right. You have AirPods. That explains it. My earbuds are $20 I got from CVS. That's me. I do not have an Apple product in my house at all. Don't have a single Apple product in my house, and I'm okay with that. I love my Androids. Oh, you have JBL Trues? I have JBL Sports. Mine's super. I got the cheap ones from. I got the cheap ones from CVS. Yours are definitely better than mine. I thought you had an I don't know where I thought you had and you had everything Apple. I don't know where I thought that from. JBL is such a good brand in terms of earphones and stuff. Like I love it. I bought mine almost 2.5 years ago and I haven't had to replace it. And the charge on it lasts forever. I don't know why I keep on doing that. Because I know how to do that first. Someone messaging me. Until Raycon sponsors you as JBL. I hear you on that one. Well, thank you. There's not much I do on my Discord right now. My Discord's really just a connection point for like different games. Like I know like the Legendary Mythicals just came out, so we've been kind of hitting each other up on that. I post my all my channel stuff, like both my YouTube and my Twitch, in my Discord. Just makes it easier to make announcements when I drop stuff. Like I did like in there, I'm not sure you'll see. I had a YouTube short of a shiny I got in Pokemon Go this morning. All my YouTube videos that I post. Obviously when I go live gets posted in there. I'm trying to be a little more active in my own Discord. But everything for like this channel, I stream for fun. It's not a full-time gig. I really don't make a lot of money doing it. But I enjoy it. That's the thing. I enjoy just kind of turning the game on, participating in shiny hunting little events like this. I love Pokemon Go, so I do Pokemon Go videos for those who want to enjoy Pokemon Go, maybe don't have the time to like figure out what the events do. I try to be just a generic resource, so when an event drops, I just do a quick summary video for people. So if they don't have time to read the articles, they can just peruse through my stuff. You know, nothing too crazy. I'd love to be bigger, obviously, but got us to start somewhere. very low key person too. Like you're not gonna see me get super hyped for much. Spurs meet United 1-0. I'm not sure if I'm happy or sad about that result. So I don't know who I would want them, who I would want to win, who I wanted to win that in terms of table positioning involving Palace in the bottom, top in that middle third of the table. You may say their team scored, really? I mean, both teams have the talent to do stuff like that. Who do I support? I am a Crystal Palace fan. This is an old school Palace kit that I'm wearing right now. You can't see right now because my frame that broke I put on the chair, but there's my Palace scarf and my Palace hoodie. I'm also an Orlando City fan over here in MLS. I am typically a Central Florida sports fan. I grew up in both on both halves of Central Florida. So I never stream during Palace or a Orlando City game. You'll never catch me streaming during those games. I'm big into football. I'm honestly big into. I have my teams I support in a multitude of sports, and I am a fairly knowledgeable sports fan. I will say I'm trying to understand a lot of different sports. I would say there's going to be very rare times that you will not see me wearing a jersey of some form when I stream. Like half of my normal attires is jerseys. Primarily jerseys of either teams I support or teams of very close friend supports. Because I have a Petersboro shirt because of Vimmers. F1 fan in 2026. I told you this before. I really did contemplate trying to get onto that bandwagon in the beginning and trying to learn instead of trying to pick up history of a club. Just get onto them. Just have fun with our American F1 team. Absolutely, I thought about that. Because it'd be kind of fun to watch an American team in F1 from the very beginning. In all honesty. Haas don't really feel American now Toyota involved. I didn't even know Haas was American. They didn't feel like the American sports, especially auto racing media, hasn't really ever made it feel like Haas was an American team. See, like that Motham, not always Alpha. Even though there's a static Alpha Motham, I've actually shiny an Empoleon. Waiting to sell. Is it just one of those things they're just looking for the right owner, or is there a process of selling a F1 team? Waiting for the right buyer. Gotcha. I mean, I can appreciate that. But he's waiting for the right person. Offer, or like he really wants to make sure that the team transitions to someone who actually will care about the team. Because there's a lot of times when like teams sell over here, especially like the big four leagues, that it goes to the wrong owner, and the owner just doesn't respect what was given to them in terms of like that, like the team. Like bad owners can really ruin culture of a team organization, even depending, no matter how hands off or hands on they are. Like it's all about culture. I think the owner really, yes, pocket. He opens up the wallet every once in a while, in the checkbook, but a good owner can make a team feel better than maybe the sum of its parts. Like honestly, a really good example of that, in, like right now, is the Washington Commanders in the NFL. Under Dan Snyder, they just felt like a horribly like a mismanaged organization. They had all this talent, but could never put it together. They ruined Ron Rivera, in my opinion, as a great coach. And the team sold. Dan Snyder sold the team. The new owner comes in, and they had a really good year this year. And obviously, the talent was there, all that kind of fun stuff. And they had a good season because of the management, because of the organization just felt fresher. Yeah, I know you like Ron Rivera. I'm honestly happy he's no longer in NFC South. He made the Panthers good. Cam Newton, I know Cam Newton came out and made a big deal about like the organization was poorly ran when he came in as a rookie, but I think Cam Newton isn't as good as he thinks he is. Because if he was, when he went to the Patriots, he would have kept on winning. You love Hamilton in F1? I mean, he's very good driver. I love listening to his comments when races are on. Cleric? Good solid choices, honestly. Good solid choices. Honestly, Ferrari's going to be very dangerous to watch this year. I'm going to watch with the F1 season coming up, the battle between Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. Nurse is a Starboy. Those three teams, that battle between those three teams for the team championship is going to be very, very interesting, and I'll see how it will affect the world championship. I'm not, like I said, I'm still trying to learn F1 a little bit. Like, Vimmers has brought me under his wing and really, like, showed me a lot of F1 over the last year and a half. And I say that as I live in like in the shadow of Daytona. Like the 500 is right now, and Chris and I were driving home. Like, note to self: get home before 11 o'clock on 500 weekend from now on. Like traffic was so bad. I don't live near the raceway at all. Some teams may give up on updates halfway through if only car design in 2026, folks. Oh, what do I do besides this? I am a I manage. I'm a property manager. I'm That's the most I'm gonna give in terms of that. I manage real estate properties. No, no, I'm not that high up. I don't own any of it. I'm just a manager. I I deal with the pissed off tenants. Let's put it that way. If something goes wrong, they go to me. And if things need to be fixed, I go to people with the money asking for their money so I can fix things. Oh, another alpha. So that's a randomly spawned alpha here. You touch the ground so I can pop up. So far, just one shiny today. None of the alphas have shined. Which is fine. Playing floors lava with these tracks. I mean, obviously I'll touch the floor so Bravery can jump up in the air. Because legitimately the floor is lava. We don't want to touch any of that. There you go. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm not tired. Just middle of the day lull kind of energy. I will respond. I can look at it now. Give me a second. Like I said, I don't use Discord much. I would say out of the three targets we have, I would be the most excited for that Ninetales. I think shiny Ninetales is so pretty. I mean, I will. I mean, my body is trained to wake up at like 5:36 every day. Even on the weekends, my body will still do it. And I went to bed low. Your day's just getting started. Ooh, lucky you. Nah, I've been up since like 6 a.m. Even on my days off from work, I'm up early doing stuff. It sucks because today I wanted to get some yard work done. I have to work all day. I and night. Oh man, unlucky you. Yeah, I was gonna do some yard work, but my equipment didn't want to work right. I'm like, well, it's going to chop down a tree, but I can't chop down a tree if I don't have the chainsaw, or my chainsaw won't want to turn on. So I'm like, all right, well, never mind. And I did the other yard work yesterday, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just. I had a lunch. Generally, yeah, I got the day off from yard work. It sucks because I really need this tree chop before it gets too hot outside. I'd rather do it during the cooler season. Talked to my father-in-law who let me. It was his chainsaw. He goes, just have it, because he doesn't want to do work anymore. My father-in-law's retired. He just doesn't want to do work anymore, and I don't get it. He doesn't want to do all that craziness in his yard. He deserves not to do it. So he's just letting me take his power tools one at a time. He goes, I would never use them. Don't worry. I might trim my hedges tomorrow. I might do that if the weather is dry enough for it. Because as he was giving me his chainsaw, I go, can I borrow that hedger? He goes, you can have it if you want it. I'm like, done. I need to trim my hedges. He actually went to Kristen, my wife, and he's like, you can trim the hedges too, you know? And she goes, maybe. I was like, you can trim the hedges into a box, Kristen. You can square them up. I can show you how. I also have these big mangroves on the side of my house because the lot next to me is undeveloped. So the mangroves are getting a little crazy. So I might trim those up a little bit. That might be next weekend. The mangroves, at least. I might do the hedges tomorrow. That will take me all like 15 minutes total. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy a nice quiet day of nothing. But I also enjoy keeping up and making sure my house looks good. Just design some of your work in restaurants. So what type of work are you working on, if you don't mind me asking? Art? That must be fun. Like emotes and stuff? Ah. There is an outbreak over here. Here it is. Just Magikarp. Okay. Pretty good. Well, good. Well, hopefully you'll be able to play out with some stuff and get better in other pieces. Welcome back, Venom. Play Counter-Strike? Ooh. I remember playing Counter-Strike when I was younger, let's put it that way. Counter-Strike's been out for a very long time. Mm. I definitely clicked Molten Arena. I know I did. Oh well. Thing is, I think. Oh no, I'm good with emotes. Like I said, this is just a hobby. I got the emotes from a friend of mine. I'm happy with them. I'm not looking for anything new. Thank you though. Shoutouts on RCS No Charm. 1 in 4,096. But this is Charm Perfected odds. I do not remember those off the top of my head. Because my other file is No Charm. This is my main file from, like, when the game first came out. This isn't the perfected file. This is not the file we're doing the perfect everything on. Which, at this point, minus the fact that this has the shiny charm, the other game file probably is more more done in terms of more entries perfected. This one has more dex points. Like, this one's over 90,000 dex points. But the other one's close to it as well. Like, I would say more than likely what I'm going to do... My T hasn't hit that. No, I switch between the two files all the time, so it makes sense that you get to... I mean, they both are pretty... They're both pretty full. And they're on two different switches. It's really the only thing. I'll look at it when I get a chance. Shiny somewhere. Shiny something. What is it? Shiny tentacle. That shiny wasn't you. No, I looked to see if someone was trolling me first. I know, I'm going. So that's shiny number 2 today. And honestly, you could tell the difference between what we were doing yesterday and today because I'm flying so much closer to the water today. Yeah, makes definitely made up for yesterday. Yesterday I was flying way too high above, so I didn't get a chance to check any of the water. Like on this file, I'm fairly certain Tentacle is not perfected, so that was just a shiny odds spawn, not a perfection shiny odds. Actually, I know it wasn't perfected because it gave me a dex update. No, appreciate it. Like I said, I do this for fun. I love shiny hunting. I love playing Pokemon. Um, it definitely allows me to enjoy a franchise I've enjoyed for 30 years. Just gonna keep on flying, keep on grinding. I could be definitely like I said, I could be doing things in terms of getting shiny alphas more efficiently. Has quit? Like didn't get sacked, just straight up quit. Where are they in the table compared to you guys? They're bottom. Ah, he walked out. Wow. So then he must have had no support from ownership. If he just walked out, said bye. The rain and this dusk is really hard to see sometimes. I'm looking for like my landmarks to fly, and some of my landmarks are hard to see. Maybe he was a manager. Is it tactically just falling off, or is it just one of those? He was just put in a bad situation. Ah, so more of a motivation thing. 1 in 13 matches? Wow. Yeah. How many of those other 12 results were draws? If they're bottom of the table, the number's probably very low. Oh. We're getting a lot of MMOs today. A lot of MMOs. 3 or 4? Wow. That's still not enough. If you've won 1 in 13, but say you got like 6 or 7 draws, like that's something. You guys are what? Are you guys what, 2 points above drop zone? You're 3 above drop? Nope, not for drift line. The team has game in hand. I mean, game in hand only means anything if they win, right? Like obviously game in hand is nerve wracking, but it doesn't mean much if they don't do anything with it. And who's their game in hand against? Their game in hand's going to be against Wigan. They must be bad. I was say, didn't you just play them like a week or so ago? One zero. Are you maintaining that your defense has as many holes as a piece of Swiss cheese? That's an insult to Swiss cheese. I might go change into some sweatpants in a second. I'm getting a little cold in here. Now, granted, I do have the fan on pretty high because it was like almost like a. Uh, it tied a record high yesterday, and then we're about to have like overnight lows in like low 50s tonight. So big temperature drops come in where we live. And I'm still in shorts and a t-shirt effectively. God, I just want that Ninetales to shine. So bad. Where's your day on? I don't know. I think it says you woke up late. How late did you wake up? Let me open a pocket real quick. 9:30 a.m. Yeah, that is low complete. I will give you that. Do my one of those free wonder picks. I love when wonder pick events happen. I can just do free wonder picks. And now that I have all the two of each promo, I'm not like worried about using the Chansey picks anymore. I got the Togepi, and I got. Now I ended up getting 3 of the Togepi after not getting any the first like half of the event. And then I have like 6 of the chip treasure now. I still need to work on getting the 45 wins. I'm only at like 30 right now. So I'm going to try to get another 5 or 6 tonight. Yeah. You have to get 45 wins. They don't have to be consecutively. You have to get 45 wins on the PvP for an emblem. I got it last time. Right now, it's a little bit of a slog. Like I said, I'm at 30. Yeah, in PvP. You have to get 45 wins during that. I wasn't talking about the Cresselia. Even though I got all the Cresselia stuff done. I got that all done by like day 3. Yeah, the PvP right now is a little bit of a slog. Like, I was doing a Dialga Yanmega deck. I really did enjoy playing it. But, and I still enjoy playing it. It's just a very, very sloggy deck. Like, the wins are not quick. I finished all the solos for Space Distortion. I have all the solos done for that. I have all the I have everything for the Cresselia portion done. Apparently, there's going to be a dark event coming up soon. So Darkrai focus. So hopefully, I can promo Darkrai. For those like me who can't pull Darkrai for the life of me. I started opening Palkia. I've opened up enough Dialga. I'm gonna open up Palkia. I got my 2 Lucarias. I only have 1 Riolu. I might craft myself a Riolu. A Darkrai or Darkrai EX? Because there's a baby Darkrai that's not that good. Because Darkrai EX is such a good card right now. It's probably like the best card in the set for sure. A regular Darkrai? It's just I've pulled a regular Darkrai. I haven't pulled an EX yet. I haven't pulled a Weavile, but I haven't really opened much Palkia to give myself a chance at a Weavile. I'm gonna start opening some more Palkias this week. I see someone just jumped on the Jamboree. Play the world away. You're gonna play 16? Or should be playing it back. You sound like every video gamer ever, but backlog. Everyone has a backlog. It's so funny. Where's that alpha? Long and abandoned. Sounds right. there's an alpha Basculegion just chilling there. Not shiny, so it doesn't matter. I think I need a shiny Basculegion, actually. I think I do need a shiny of that. I don't know. I haven't looked at where my Hisui Dex is. It should be pretty much done. I know Overquill, but we have a shiny. We have a shiny with us now, so I could always turn that into my shiny Overquill. I think it's Basculegion I need a shiny with. I think. I honestly don't even remember. I'm still trying to stay somewhat in order, which means I'm really focusing on Regigigas for a little bit. Once I get into the order piece beyond Dynamax Ventures. So I think I can Shiny Hunt Regigigas and Shiny Hunt the Galarian Fossils at the same time. There's a shiny or Alpha Magmar in this spot, but it's not shiny. I always try to make it where if I'm doing a double hunt that's not like single controller kind of manipulating two devices kind of deal, I try to make it where it's doable. It's doable for anyone who wants to invest in like two different switches. Um, I'm not trying to do completely two very hard to manage juggling kind of tasks. I'm losing momentum in terms of energy. I mean, it's been an hour and a half, but still. That's the struggle when it comes to these resets, right? Is sometimes when you get into a drought and the drought is long, it's just really, really like draining. Like, I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten one of the three shiny targets. Just a little surprised, because they're all perfected, yes, to each one entry every single time, so it's not like we're seeing, like, the Tentacle, we're probably seeing 10 to 15 Tentacle every time we fly over. We're probably seeing 10 to 15 Quillfish every single time we fly over, so those are going to add up quickly. With these alphas, we're seeing one every flyover, so it can be daunting. I'll be fine. Like I said, it's just a little draining. Sometimes you just need to shape up a little bit in terms of mental energy. My brother tested a webcam. His webcam doesn't work. He had to buy a new one. So that's another thing I need to probably work on tomorrow, even tonight when Kristen goes to bed, is stuff for the podcast. Getting some of the visual pieces put together for the podcast. Yeah, he's like, mine doesn't work. I ordered a new one. I'm like, okay. Glad he tested it today instead of like Wednesday night when we record. And he's doing the rogue deck of the week this week, which would be amazing for me because I can focus on my Pogo stuff. So I'll have no reason not to do my Pogo videos this week now. I'm definitely. I know tomorrow morning I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna at least record it. Once it's recorded, the editing takes no time. Kind of just. I flew too low. I knew those tentacles would be pissed. So let me just fly away. Zubats at the sea. Yeah, they're very, very aggressive, very, very pissed off Zubats. I remember trying to perfect Tentacle and Tentacruel, and one of them was catch like 15 or 20 without being spotted. I'm like, how? They're aggressive. They pick fights with just because they're there. It was a pain in the butt. Which is why, like I said, I was going back to like, some harder hunts. Some harder hunts are done in my other file than this file. I'm not doing Tentacle and Tentacle again. That was just annoying. I think if I try to get one or two done a day over the next week, I'll get a very good chunk kind of done. And part, like I said, I'm not afraid of utilizing my home to kind of get some of the lazier work done. Because what I like this morning, I woke up, I'm like, all right, which ones do I do? And I went to like, I kind of scrolled from the top down and went numerically, and I'm like, oh, the EVs. I really don't want to deal with the EVs right now, which I could do, but I don't want to. Because with EV, you have to catch like 20 without being spotted, so I just need to find EVs to catch. And then obviously evolve. You have to evolve them and all that stuff. That's the easy part, right? I can just get water stones. I can get fire stones. I can get those type of things to get some of them done. Maybe during when the soccer season kicks off, it gets into full swing, like from Orlando City. That's what I'll do during Orlando City games, is just deck entries. When they're obviously off the road. When they're at home, more than likely we'll get this team. So, just working on some of that stuff. Like I said, I really struggle doing resets off stream. I'll be 100% honest. Reset hunting is not my favorite method, but it is something I have to tackle eventually. I can't keep on putting it off. And I'll say that every single time because I am awful about it. Like, this is manageable because I'm at least hunting multiple things. But it's still not my preferred method. I'd rather just do, like, actually be playing the game something. As much as eggs don't feel like you're playing the game, at least you're actually doing something instead of turning a device on and off. Or I'm basically, at least with this, like I said, it's doable because at least it's palatable. Probably the best way to describe it. Yeah. Dude, I barely flew over and I got pissed off of me. The frick. So more than likely tonight, I'm gonna try to finish Vespiquen. Because what I have left for Vespiquen in terms of the other file, not this one, but the other game file, is I have to catch so many heavy ones, which I know where an alpha is, so I'll just catch the alpha. I have to catch so many more. Catching the alpha will help fill that slot. I had to defeat it so many times and defeat it with a fire move so many times, so that's super easy. My main right now on that file is an alpha Infernate. Or no, it's just a regular Infernate. I don't think it's alpha. So, like, I just used the Infernate Flamethrower, done. think tonight I'm gonna try to trim my face up a little bit. I am getting a little bushy. Leg cramps? Ooh, I drink way too much liquid IV or liquid hydration for me to get cramps, and I still get cramps. I get it. Even when like the little bit of walking I do, like I go through one of these 40 ounces easily a day when I'm not just being lazy. Down to 3. Oh, I hate it when like you just get a sudden leg cramp, especially in your calf, in the middle of the night. I hate that feeling. I woke up one morning and one time, both my calves were cramping at the same time. I knew I was dehydrated. I didn't think I was that dehydrated when I went to bed that night. I'm gonna trim this up probably tonight if Kristen okay with that. Because realistically, like I've been saying the last 2 days, I got most of my like adulting chores done. Like tomorrow I can be the most unproductive adult in the world because I got so much other stuff done. I know Kristen's a little salty. She has to go to work as I stay at home, but everyone says I've earned it, but like, I still want my like, and it's not like I'm upset that I have to do like adult things. Don't get me wrong. I just want my house to look good. That's really what the bulk of it is. I just want my house to look good. And it doesn't look the greatest right now because I'm like halfway done a whole bunch of projects. Like I was telling my father-in-law, I'm like, I put up a whole bunch of railroad ties in my yard because my lawn was overgrowing them, so there's no point of having them anymore. I raked up a whole bunch of rocks and gravel, like that was on the side of my driveway. I'm like, it looks fine, but I can't keep up with it because of the weeds. So I'd rather just have my yard grow closer to my driveway. Personally, that's what I would like. There's no irrigation to protect, so even if I miss the edge for whatever reason, it's fine. I might end up squaring up my hedges, but I also might show Kristen how to do it next weekend. Because then I show her how to do the hedges, and then I can do the mangroves next to my house, and then while I'm doing that, she can rake behind me. I don't know. I know I'm gonna at least do a quick walk in the morning because I want to do, like I said, I'm gonna record a video for Road Unova, and then maybe later in the week record one for Unova Tour itself. Does Road Unova have Timber appearing? I don't know what the wild spawns are. I know Road Unova is mostly a raid event. I can look real quick. It'll take me like 2 seconds. Ugh. Any event, I can look up that probably quicker. Just give me a minute. I can answer that question. Road Unova. Let me look at Road Unova real quick. Starters, Timber and 2K eggs, legendary raids, background. So unless you hatch a 2K, you won't get Timber that way. Timbers and 2K eggs during Road Unova tour days. Timber is in the spring habitat. So there you go, spring habitat during Unova event. To answer your question. For me, I need Pamcor Pansage, which they're available in the event in a spawn. I need 2 of those. I need 2 Patrats. No, that's stuff I'm going to be researching anyway. I need 2 Patrats, 2 Pampors, not Pampors, Panseers, Pansages, and then I would have my Unova non-legendary parts of Unova done. So I have 6 targets for that weekend. Unfortunately, one of the 2 days of the weekend I'm going to my mom's. I don't know how the rotation of the habitats are on the second day, so I don't really want to plan around that anyway. But during... Here comes the storm! At 3 o'clock, like the forecast said. So on the 1st, my goal is I'm going to be hunting those things. I'm going to get the ticket. I'm not going to be against that. I want to get the shiny boosts. We're going to go to the park, the one we usually go that has a lot of people a part of it. Mostly because I don't really know the rating component of it too well. I do obviously know that Black and White Kyurem are being released. So that's probably going to be the main focus of a lot of the raids. Are going to be Black and White Kyurem raids. So Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem. I don't think any of the other legendary mythicals are going to be a part of the actual weekend, like the Unova Tour event itself. That's why they have Road Unova days. But we'll know next weekend because the global, the in-person events are happening. So we'll get a good idea of how to feel about those. Like after Unova Tour LA, we'll be able to see how people react to that event and kind of project to the public event. Like, I'm excited for Univitor. Like, it's the culmination of a season-long quest. Like, we've been building this whole season to it, and I really hope it's done well. If it's like the tours are done every spring, then it's going to be fine. No one should be really worried about it. Just temper expectations. So, what people need to do. Like, I have a hope for 6 shinies. I don't think I'm going to get all 6, as much as I would love to. I know I probably won't. Sorry, I kind of zoned out. I was thinking and being quiet. Just kind of staring at the no shinies on my screen. But no, Univitor will be fine. I'm interested on what the new season's going to be. They gave us the dates. Just one of those. I want to see what the theme, the bonuses are going to be, that kind of stuff. What the build up to Go Fest in the summer is going to be, because the season's going to build us up to Go Fest. We don't know. That's why I'm intrigued to see if it's going to be region themed. If honestly, it should be Kalos themed with ZA coming out. Ideally, we'll play with the Kalos theme. It also makes sense because but a Kalos tour would be next year as well, so it doesn't have to be Kalos themed. They could play something with Hoopa again, where like Hoopa, they could release shiny Hoopa and Go. Hoopa does all these portals, a whole bunch of legendary raids, like they did a couple of years ago. Like, I think people would be okay with that. Basically, like, kind of the pseudo theme of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. My concern is if GoFest doesn't hit a proper theme that the player base is going to want to see, it could flop, even though... And I say flop relatively. Like, GoFest will never actually be bad. Because they have a formula they can just repeat. It's just whether or not the theme's going to be hitting. The players are going to be happy with the theme they hit. That's always going to be the question. I don't know. Depending on the date, obviously I'm going to participate. I'll participate the best I can based on the timing. Because the summer is always hit or miss for me. Because it is one of my busier days. Or busier time of the year for me. I'll see dates. I'll kind of go from there. If you don't want it, if you can't get it in a blue dive ball. There's chat on. We're gonna take the long way to Empoleon here. Yeah, I'm two on top of PCG today. I actually made my copy and paste command and everything. Hi, Shiny Celio. Hi, non-alpha Shiny Celio. I know, right? Why wasn't that Empoleon Alpha? Or that shiny, that Alpha not shiny? Well, that's three shinies on the day, but none of them Alpha. That was our first mass outbreak Alpha. I mean, we haven't really been checking a lot. We check what we can. I'm gonna go check the window. You're gonna see me check the window. You're not gonna see what I can see. Here comes that storm. It's starting to rain outside. Tomorrow's gonna be so nice. Like, I say tomorrow's gonna be nice. I like cooler weather, and if I can open up my window while I stream and just being like, it's gonna sound, maybe not sound weird, but I love being comfy. So like, sweatpants, a hoodie, maybe just a pullover. It's not gonna be that cold. Window wide open, AC off. That's just gonna be a great day. Oh, I know that. I just also know that there's a limit to how much I can wear my hoodie. What I need to do, it's gonna sound so dumb, I need to go to the store and buy like a 12-pack of hangers so I can just hang my hoodies in my closet. Instead of just having them laid everywhere in my house. Like, you don't see it here. I have 3 hoodies on the back of my door here on hooks that I put on the back of that door for my recording equipment. I have a hoodie back here. I also, there's like, I have hoodies all across my house, and I really should get hangers for them. It's so bad. So, so bad. Well, Kristen put hooks on like the back of every door, and some doors, like especially like in the office here, we have 2 and all that kind of stuff. I need to learn. I need to learn how to properly hang my clothes in the closet. Let's just put it that way. Like, let's just. I'm gonna call myself out. I don't. No, that was my ankle. What time is it? Just 3 o'clock. We've been going for a little over 2 hours. I mean, we're going. That shiny Celio definitely feels good. In terms of, like, at least we're not droughting anymore. I mean, we haven't gotten a alpha, but at least we've gotten a shiny recently. Go to Pocket Circuit Building. You ended stream when I was getting ready for church. How far did you get your story today? Midway through 17 chapters in total. So you're not even halfway yet. You said your goal was to finish the game by Thursday of this week? Long time until... End of month. Okay. So, okay. That makes more sense. And the range is cleared in the game. I have visibility again. Hey look, this is sparkling for the first time in a while. Because I start Pirates off screen, start with March, kick. Gotcha. I can tell how much I didn't explore that part of the Coastlands. They always do. I'm only breaking them when they're sparkly, because then they'll have premium items in them. Like guaranteed premium items. Like, what I could be doing is when the ore deposits are sparkling, I can do that as well. To get, like, especially the ones next to the Ninetales, the red ones can give you Firestones and Stardust. Over here... Yeah, I didn't click the button to run away from them quick enough. Like, there's a way to farm for firestones in this game if you really want to do it without having to buy them. I've gotten very. I would say over the last like probably last 4 or 5 months, I've got to learn this game a lot, and I got to learn a lot about where things are hidden. Like I know the map so much better now than I did from when I even started the complete perfect X challenge. Like I know where different Pokemon spawn now. I didn't even know some of that. Just the more and more I grind for the decks, the more and more I'm learning like the weirdness of where some of this stuff is, which is kind of cool. To be honest with you. Like we're not really going to be utilizing much of that this today, tomorrow for the rest of the streams, but it's just always kind of interesting to see where things kind of spawn. Oh. Hey, Asher. Ugh. Hopefully you're having a good day. Good birthday weekend. Wait, no, not your birthday, sorry. That was Skelly's birthday was yesterday. Nothing. Nice. I'm kind of in that boat. Like, I'm at the whole point of, like, nothing I really want to do. But doing this, like, week has got me wanting to go back into Legends Arceus just a little bit. Just a little bit, not much. To kind of go back to my challenge decks. Just a little bit more. And try to get a perfect file. I don't think I want to do it on this file. I think I'm gonna do it on my actual file that I wanted to perfect for the stream in the end of 2024 anyway. That's kind of like my mood. Like I'm like, shiny hunting is kind of, you have your peaks and valleys. And I'm sure every video gamer has peaks and valleys with their games and with how they want to play their games and stuff. And that's where I'm definitely in a valley of motivation right now, to be 100% honest. If I'm just kind of honest with myself on that one. But it doesn't mean I don't want to play games. I just don't know what I want to do playing games. Trash gatekeeping stuff, RCS does. So. Yeah, I will say RCS does have a lot of gatekeeping things. I do get that, which is kind of a reason why I grinded a new file. And I'm like, all right, done the gatekeeping stuff. Now let me just do it. And there's part of that file I was doing. I'm like, you know what? I have this file that I play, which is fairly complete. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, I have my other file which I wanted to complete from scratch, and I think my file I want to complete from scratch, it's the more annoying stuff done. So I don't want to like go to that kind of like I don't want to do it again. I don't know, but I get it. Like RCS and BDSP has a lot of gatekeepy, weird gatekeepy things. It's stupid at times. I get it. But then there's stuff like alpha hunting, which is kind of fun. You have to get prepped right. You kind of have to know what you want. Oh, RCS itself is stupid. I get it. No, if you're talking like the only way to get to RCS is level 10 everything, that's stupid. I get it. Made no sense. Especially with somehow how hard some of them were to get to level 10. For sure on that one. Before home existed on top of that. And before MMOs on top of that. Because MMOs made some Pokemon easier. I mean, there's progression points. I'm not against progression points. Like, you have to do so much of X to get it. I get that. I don't think that's gatekeeping. I mean, part of it was weird that you gotta do certain. I think if it's story-based, that's fine. But it's a mix of story and mix of non-story. It can get confusing at times. I do see that, but I don't think it's as bad as, like, gatekeeping Arceus so you can get the shiny charm. Instead of catching them all, you have to do a whole bunch of weird stuff, and some of them are behind weird time gates, like the distortions. That, I have an issue. I think it's 50-50 with Arceus. I think there's certain things like I think it is a little bit of gatekeepiness. I get it because if it's plot based, then it's plot based. But some of it wasn't plot based. I get it to a point. But for standard gameplay, it really doesn't make you grind too hard for a Pokemon game. I just fast traveled to here for no reason. Like, in order to beat the game, you just have to get to level 5. Star points 5. And it's not the worst thing in the world. It's super doable. I don't like how, like, I think the gatekeepiness is like certain Pokemon are gatekept for basic gameplay, and that makes no sense to me. Like, to me, I think space-time distortions are a little dumb. Because they're so random. I wish we could measure space-time distortion better instead of knowing it's on a randomized timer. Personally. Getting Arceus is dumb. What am I doing? It was raining, so I thought it was a distortion. Or MMO. I think beyond basic game progression is a little stupid. But I think the game is designed where you don't have to do too much craziness just to beat the base game. Post game it can get, like I said, post game can get really stupid. Like the Arceus thing is stupid. Just catch them all. Don't level 10 it, like, because you won't know how to level 10. Nope. Okay. Okay. I went too low. Go a long way to Empoleon to this one. Because there is an MMO over here. Oh, there's an Alpha Mania. Oh, it's a Basculin MMO. Cool. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything. That would have been a really nice chance for me to get a shiny Basculation, but I'm not gonna go after it today. Of course, I missed a landing pad. I'm bad. And my phone just told me it's raining. Ow. There we go. Alrighty. when it's not foggy or rainy, this is such a beautiful time. The dust time is so beautiful in this game. But when there's those stupid weather, I say stupid. A lot of people hate the weather in this game. I will admit that. The weather in this game is a little weird because it doesn't actually add any value to the game, other than just making certain things harder. Like fog, okay, that makes sense. Fog makes moves miss. It does in the normal games too. But the weather, other than that, weather just is a space-time distortion thing. Not always my favorite kind of manipulator. Oh yeah, it can be very, very pretty at times. But it also can be very, very annoying at times. I will say that. Like, I think earlier it was same dusk timeline, but it was like it was intense sun and I couldn't see. And they did it. I mean, granted, intense sun you're not supposed to see, but like this part here is supposed to have really pretty background, and it really didn't. But it did what it was supposed to do. Like, I don't know. It can be really pretty at times. And they also did the steel shiny Pokemon really well. Like, shiny Steelix looks really pretty in this game. And then they carried that over to Scarlet and Violet. The steel shiny Pokemon are so pretty in that game. So they took some aspects of it and carried it. Now the nighttime stuff is going to be a little... We're going to grind through nighttime now. Nighttime for what we're doing is not fun. The spawns are just weird where we're at. If we were trying to get the Alpha Dusk Noir... No, Dusclops. This would be perfect, but we're not. Not hitting that part of the map today. Now, I will say the best part of the nighttime kind of 3 premium item spawns there, but we're not going after the ore deposits today. We are just going after the boxes. But for nighttime, I will say the best part of the nighttime, just as where we're at, is the potential of a shiny Drifloon or Drifloon. I think that shiny looks so pretty in this game. Still no shiny Alpha. Invisible walls. Even with all this rain, good news, no lag, right? Don't have to deal with lag like you do in Scarlet 5. And I don't want to rag on Scarlet 5 too much. I just want to compare this game to that game and kind of just move on. The Scarlet 5 is a good game. I don't want to. I bought a copy of, well, maybe not bought, but I have a copy of each. So clearly, I think it's worth kind of doing. No, but I have this up to myself. Same Switch version. Yeah, I mean, I get it. FF10 on the PlayStation 5, they haven't done obviously they did the remake and the remaster all those years ago. I got, for my Switch, I got the FF10, FF10X remake. And I thought that was a good bag because it was 2 games for the price of 1. I will say, if you really want to enjoy Final Fantasy X and all the fun stuff that can go with it, definitely do get it on Steam. Because you can get the Final Fantasy X editor and all that stuff. Like, the modding scene for Final Fantasy X and Steam is very, it's up there. New mods are being created, different mods are being created. And that game definitely has a very healthy modding culture. Obviously for different random things. Mostly challenge runs, so sometimes just for fun. Like, I saw someone mod Final Fantasy X to where the boy that says, when I grow up, I want to be the Blitzball, his face was the Blitzball. Just for shits and gigs. You always give Square Enix their money, so sometimes every now and then. I get it. The Farplane editor in Final Fantasy X on the Steam, like, I've seen people do so many fun things with it. I had one person, I watch plenty of Final Fantasy people, and one person basically just did the penance fight in the Final Fantasy Farplane editor and was able to control penance, and he explained how penance is programmed. It was such a cool thing to watch. And then he proceeded to do the penance fight. He goes, alright, let's do a penance fight real quick. And it was pretty much a own sphere grid run. He goes, it's doable. It's hard, but it's doable. Some RNG was in there. I don't have to get too close to Onyx. I can tell the Pokemon if Onyx is shiny or not. All 3 spots, okay. My PS5 was literally the... Ah, nice. Turn just in. There it is. Didn't miss the platform this time. That's the Murkrow being pissed off. There we go. I often buy the old remaster ones when they go on sale. Ooh, yeah. I'm excited for the potential of a remake of Final Fantasy X. or 7, or they already did 7, obviously, but 9 or 10 is what they've been saying. Part of me would buy it, but I have a very strong feeling that any remakes of any existing Final Fantasy games will be exclusive to Sony. Which makes me sad as a person who only owns Nintendo games, because I don't own a PlayStation anymore. But I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. And getting a new PlayStation is not on the cards for myself. And it's not because I can't afford it. I can definitely budget my life to get it. It's just not a priority. I got my 2 Switches. I don't even... everyone asks me, are you going to get the Switch when it comes out? Probably not. I'll be 100% honest. I'll probably wait a year or so before I get the Switch too. Especially if they keep on making games for the Switch. Like, if the only way to get ZA is through a Switch 2, I will wait. If they make ZA on the Switch and the Switch 2, I will buy the Switch version of it. I'm fine with that. I don't need the newest console. Speaking of which, today's the 16th, so in 12 days' time, we're going to get a Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day, like we always do. And we'll see what we get. When it rains, sometimes I check to see if it's MMO because I don't remember. So my memory is that bad. Age very well, prefer 12 or 8. But 12 already got the remaster. It got Zodiac Age. 8, I'm not a fan of junctioning, so 8 has always been a problem with me, but it's such a... Story-wise, it's not a bad game. The junction mechanic is just rough. 12 got the Zodiac Age. It got kind of a redo, so I don't think 12's ever going to get remastered. At least not in its hierarchy. Ten and 7 and 8, or 10, 7, and 9 aged very well across a multitude of levels. I think the story and the underlying pieces of 10 is super interesting. Like the whole concept of dreaming and Xanarkin's a dream. Like, someone pointed out that. So I studied psychology when I was in school, but I wasn't a psych major by any means. And someone, I was talking. It was actually. It was my pastor. He was using Jungian psychology as part of his sermon, and he was talking about the collective consciousness and dreams and dream interpretation. And my mind wandered as he was talking about that. And I'm like, Final Fantasy X and the idea of all that interpretation, all that kind of fun stuff. Nope. Tons of Final Fantasy do get rare and still a remake because Final Fantasy does that. Pokemon. No, Pokemon doesn't really. Pokemon's really bad at the remastering piece. But I don't think they also value the remasters like some of the other companies do, like Square Enix does. Does Square Enix make Dragon Quest? Part of me wants to say they do. Which explains why Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest get the remaster stuff. Because not every studio, not every like Game Freak. I don't think a single. Obviously, Game Freak is only known for Pokemon. Oh, there's a shiny Mothim down here, by the way. Um, I don't remember hearing the shiny noise. I just saw that. Because I know what a shiny Mothim looks like. I don't think it ever sparkled or anything. That's just me knowing what a shiny Mothim is. Well, that's shiny number 4 today. None of the shinies have been alphas, though. Persona 3D, I love 2D, but HD 2D looks absolutely... Really? You don't like the HD to 2D remakes? I thought Dragon Quest... Was it Dragon Quest 3 that just had it? It looks really, really pretty. I like the aesthetic. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. Just way out in the ocean. So it'll take the long way to Empoleon on that. Okay. I don't hate the 2D, 3D remastering. I like it, but again, I also liked... A lot of people, like, it's one of those, it's all about art style, right? Art preferences. I kind of like the artistic part of BDSP, but it's been, like, very, very harshly critiqued on it. Because I'm like, I thought it was good, but no one else did. I'm more of an FM1 to 6 pixel remaster. Okay, so you like the pixel remaster stuff because I'm on the fence about it. Has been like I think Square Enix does it well, but not every studio can do it. Fair enough. Obviously, you have to do remasters on older games. Like you kind of have to if you want them, if you want a newer audience to see it. Like I kind of wish, like you said, Pokemon went over remaster. I wish we got a Red Blue remaster. Like a pixel remaster approach would be really, really clean on Red and Blue. Get caught on the invisible walls again. There we go. The show on 5% on the Withered Eye. Yeah, I can tell you. Pixel remastering would make no money because it's mostly an online community wants that. Really? I guess. But also, Nintendo, almost none of their IPs are on Steam. So yeah, it makes no sense for Nintendo to do it. Square Enix is on Steam, so like it would be gaining the attention of that population. But the Pokemon IP can just print money, so maybe I don't know. Game Freak will never do it. I know that they haven't broached the subject, and they're not going to. So asking them to do it after all these years, they're just gonna pivot, do what they want to do. I'm not even upset about it. They have a game plan. They have people who get paid a lot more money than I do to plan all that out. I'm not going to venture to pretend I know how to run a business like that. It's 3:45. We'll see how I feel in 15 minutes. See if I want to push to 4:30 or not. I'm gonna drop just a little bit. No sparkles. Okay. I don't want I'll check up here. We got the Celia last time up here. Would look nice, but ask yourself, why can't... I mean, I don't play ROMs very often, but that's mostly because of a me thing. That's a me thing. So I'm sure the community can probably do some fun stuff, but Nintendo loves the lawyer hammer kind of deal. So it's, I get it. You're asking a very valid set of questions. Okay. Invisible walls do not like me. I do not like them. Still can't believe I haven't got a shiny alpha in 2 days. What I'm getting at is Nintendo won't do it, and that being the case, it's easy though. They could. I think, in like we said, Nintendo doesn't have to do it. And they won't do it, it looks like, and they don't have to. Now, the community can broach that subject themselves if they want to. Boo. I don't know. We'll get there. Many online bandwagons and regulars, their favorite content. I mean, some people just don't think of them. Like, I never thought of Pixel remastering any Pokemon game until we started having a conversation today. And honestly, like, I would love it, but I'm not, like, desperate for it either. Oh, there's an alpha, but not a shiny. Okay, we're gonna make the detour today. Fly over. Oh. There's a way to get stuff online forever too. Yeah, I mean, yeah. The internet isn't. The internet is a new thing. Like the one thing that I was talking to somebody, is the internet is still relatively young and relatively new. So there's still a lot of things that people are trying to grapple with when it comes to the internet. It isn't as robust as everyone thinks it is. It is fairly robust, but it isn't the end-all be-all that everyone is thinking it can be. Like, God, was it Moore's Law, I think what it is that there's an exponential growth when it comes to digital mediums, and the internet is just exponentially growing every year because of that concept. So, just things like that to consider, because there's things that we never considered a year ago that are normal now, and vice versa. So, yeah, I think we're going to do this for another 10 minutes or so. And then I'm going to bounce off and get dinner ready and kind of enjoy the evening with Kristen. Listen to the rain. Which I think the rain's already gone, but just enjoy the evening. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll read that in a second, Asher. Let me get this little line up here. Say nothing else. Don't choose. Yes and no. Nintendo's lawyers are very good at what they do. Which is a factor I think some people are legit afraid of. Like, if you ask and interview the people who did Pokemon Uranium and some other ROM hacks, then Nintendo went above and out of their way to kind of address, then yeah. But I get what I could. Why did I do that? I understand the point you're making. There's so many different layers to this concept. Yeah, no, it's some people are more risk adverse than others. I think that's part of the equation that we need to understand. Is not everyone is going to play with fire. And the ones that do play a fire very differently. Some people are more risk averse than others. Some people just wouldn't want. They may have the skill, but they never want to put themselves in position. Just a whole bunch of different variables. But I get what you're saying. You have to find the right set of people to take the gambles, because that's what it is. At the end of the day, when you talk about an IP like that, there is a gamble piece to it. It isn't as simple as just doing it and seeing what happens. It's how many people are willing to see what happens and willing to deal with the consequences of best and worst case scenarios. And everyone kind of looks at those questions very differently. Only one? Okay. There you are. Like, I'll find the MMOs. I'm not going to dig deep into them. I'm going to fly over. If there's a shiny and it's alpha, great. If not, I'm just going to keep on going. He was pissed off at me. I just flew by and not even close next to anything. Since I'm over here, I might as well check to see what outbreak is over here. I was like, I didn't even see it. It's a whole bunch of Starly. That's why I didn't see it, because I wouldn't care less about Florida Starly. So another couple, and then I'll call it evening for me. 3 hours. Good little handful of checks. We'll be back tomorrow for another like 3 to 4 hour session. Nothing super duper crazy. We got like what, 4 or 5 shinies today? 4 shinies today. None of them alphas, unfortunately. But do one more check, and I'm gonna call it an evening. All right, last ride for the night. Alrighty. Nada. Okay. Let's return to Natasha's satchel. And call it a session here. Thank you everyone for dropping by. I greatly appreciate it. Tomorrow I'll be back on sometime in the late morning, early afternoon period. I don't really have a time because there's a couple other things I want to do before I stream because I still have to be somewhat responsible before I be irresponsible for the rest of the day. But I hope everyone enjoys the remainder of their weekends. I hope they enjoy the beginning part of their week. If you're in the United States, have a great and safe President's Day / George Washington's birthday, however you want to acknowledge that day. And I will see you